reaction to Brendan Rodgers tendering his resignation last night?
Really surprising. I only got told late last night before I went to bed. I thought it was actually fake news. I thought I was going to wake up and it was not true, but obviously it is. I don't know anything about Celtic or the background to it. Brendan obviously had his reasons. What I will say is I think it's a huge loss for Scottish football. He's been absolutely fantastic for both spells, won numerous trophies, brought a brilliant brand of football to the country. I think he's been absolutely fantastic for Scottish football.
Does it show kind of in the broader sense the fragility of football management just now?
Yeah, as I say, I don't know the background to it. I don't know the ins and outs to it. There's obviously reasons why Brendan's left. You see managers lose their job all the time. It's a real precarious position that comes with a huge amount of pressure and scrutiny, especially if you're Rangers or Celtic manager. It's constant. It's constantly under the microscope. So, I have sympathy with everybody that's brave enough to go into management. I think a lot of people talk about it and a lot of opinions in the game, but not many people actually put their neck in the line, and Brendan's done that very successfully, and I'm sure he'll be proud when he looks back on all his achievements at Celtic.
And moving on to St Mirren in the game at the weekend, we just spoke to Marcus Fraser there, who said that as much as the result didn't go his way, there was a lot of positives to take from the game. Is that an opinion you share?
Very much so. It's difficult, people only see the result and the end product, and of course that's ultimately what matters. But in the last two games, we've actually played better than the games we've won this season, and arguably better than when we finished in the top six. So you don't get too down with that. When the performances are there, the results will follow. I'm very confident in that. We know what we need to do better. We had 35 crosses, we had 13 corners, and we had, I believe, 24 shots, but only 3 on target, which tells you that is where the problem lies. That's as a team. It's not as just centre forwards alone or forward players. It's from set plays. We have to score more. We look at our opponents' hearts. We've scored 7 corners. Halkett and Finlay, real big threats. We have to have that from our centre halves as well. We have to have our wing back score more. We have to have our 8 score more. So that's as a group, as a team. We know that. We accept that, and we're working. We have no choice but to work on that. It's St Mirren. We have no magic wand. We can't go and buy that. We can't, go and search data and find that. We don't have that facility or ability to do that. So we do what we do. We keep working on players. We keep making them better. We keep tweaking things to make sure that end product gets better, and we'll certainly do that.
Is there the confidence from you that you do have those answers in this building? It's just a case of making it click.
We've proved we've got the answers over time. This happens every year at a club like St Mirren. You always have a blip. We'll have another one, no doubt, throughout the season. It's how quickly can you end that? How quickly can you get back to winning ways again, and not forget what you're very good at. When people only look at negatives in life and they only hear the negative things, what we have to do around here is be positive and make sure people know what they're good at and what will turn that round, them results round, and them fine margins. And as I say, I've got a coaching staff that are excellent. Detail is superb, and I'm confident we'll turn that round sooner rather than later.
There was decisions in that game on Saturday, decisions previous this season and even last season, that felt like they've not gone St Mirren's way. How frustrating is that for you? And have you kind of sought any sort of clarification or answers from Willie Collum on that?
Well, I'm suspended on tomorrow night, so that tells you what I thought of it. It's difficult. I haven't sought answers from Willie, no, because listen, decisions go against you. The less I say on it, the better, because I think what I can control is our end product. I can control our defending. I can control lots of things on the pitch. I can't control the standard of referee, and I can't control the decision making. What I will say is they're doing their best. They're doing their very best in very difficult circumstances. Referees have all got mental health and families as well, so I'm not going to add to the criticism they already get. I give my opinion of the referee's performance last week, and obviously got suspended, so I won't do that again.
And moving on to Hearts tomorrow, what have you kind of made of their form overall this season, and what they're doing to the league this season? Is that something you see as positive for Scottish football?
I do, 100%. Fantastic football club. I love the fact that a UK manager, a Scottish manager, has proven that he's as good as everybody else, which was never any doubt. So delighted that Derrick's done well, but obviously not tomorrow night. We aim to hopefully put an end to that run. We'll have to be right at the top of our game. As I say, they'll bring a brilliant support. They've got a very good squad of players. Their bench is strong. We know that. But so are we. We've beat Hearts already this season. Obviously, we went all the way to penalties, so it'll be a close game. And since then, they've had a really good run of form. So it's a tough game. There's nothing between teams, top or bottom. If we perform, I believe we can get a result.
That's the last one from me, but I guess must be the case for you, is that at Smiza Stadium, you must feel on your day you can beat anyone, including Hearts.
Yeah, we do. We believe that we compete with every team. There's never a game where we feel we're massively under the cosh. We've dominated large parts of possession, and obviously with the teams you come up against, Aberdeen's have spent millions on their forward line. There's always a threat. The same with Hearts. They've got fantastic players at the top end of the pitch, and ultimately that's the difference in games, is the top end of the pitch. But we know what we've got in the building. We know what we're working to achieve, and had we had won Saturday, we'd be third. So all this needs put into perspective of, we've lost 3 in a row. I didn't think we were the best team in the world when we lost 1 in 18. Certainly I don't think we're the worst team in the world. We're playing well. It's now turning that performance into results.
As Scott gets suspended, does that provide an opportunity for someone else to step in and show what they can do?
Of course. Richard King was ill, so he came out of the team, and then he was away with Jamaica. So it gives Richard another chance to establish himself. Everyone's playing for places for Saturday as well, so there's a huge incentive. And always when someone's misfortune, it gives somebody else a chance. So I'll be in the stand against Brian Kerr, a chance to win the game. So we'll blame Brian if we don't, and congratulate me if we do. I'm only joking. But of course, everybody gets an opportunity to step up, and we're very confident in the people that will do that.
Such a big few weeks, but does that just show where the club is at? We spoke to Marcus about it, but the expectations now being involved in semi-finals, plenty of games, is that exactly where you want the club to be?
We do, and again I say there's fine margins. You win on Saturday. At one stage we were sitting third in the league, and then you're third or fourth from bottom depending on results. So it's we have to remember what we are. First and foremost, we have to be a club that tries to stay in this division. With the resources we have, that is hard, it's difficult, and anything above that is a huge achievement. So we aim to do that again, of course, but first and foremost get enough points to be where we are.
And any squad changes from the weekend apart from Alex Scott dropping out?
No, we're all fully fit, came through Saturday well. Malik Disteel's got a bug at the moment, so we won't train today. Unlikely to feature tomorrow night, and Roland will do the same. So we'll have a look at Roland. He's probably got more of a chance of being involved. Cheers.
Thanks,
Thank you. Brilliant. Thank you.